into Atlanta around 6 a.m. I'm not sure why so many people are awake this early. But I guess when you gotta go to work, you gotta go to work. So that's what we're doing. Going to work. I don't understand how this many people possibly need to be at work. Atlanta is 6 o'clock in the morning. But it's quite alright. I just want to show you this. I don't know why. We have found a faster route. Would you like to take it? It reminds me of running in the Navy when you're running with 100 guys and the line slows down and then it gets faster in the middle, and then when you're at the end you got to run like a maniac to catch up. But what we did, if you wanted to be the guidon barrier, that's the carrier of the flag, if you could run to the front, you could take it out of the hands of whoever was leading. And I made it my goal to take it from the leader so I wasn't in the back getting whipped all the time. Oh, good morning, Vietnam! And that's what I did. I got a little tiredness coming on. It said, it asked me if I wanted to do a new route. Because they found a faster route that was 10 minutes faster. And I said, no, I don't want to do that. And then as I got to the exit where I was going to turn and take my regular route, I decided, okay, never mind, let's go on the faster route. So I continued straight. So I get up here, and now everything on my global positioning system, or on my gunner's primary side on my GPS, is saying there's a 10-minute delay. So you got to ask yourself, would you rather do a few country roads and it takes 10 minutes longer, or stay on this and come to a complete standstill up here in a minute? That's what it's all about now. Won't you quit complaining? Okay, I will. He's got 8 round bells. He's gonna carry on into downtown Atlanta. Oh my goodness, what do you do in this situation? You just keep going straight. So Geronimo said, hey, can we get Spotify for the whole family? I said, sure. So she signed us all up. She said, you're gonna love it. It doesn't have commercials. You can build your own little playlist, and you can skip as many times as you want. And I thought, yeah, that's fantastic. It worked like that, excuse me, for about a week. And then this morning, it's playing commercials. And it's only letting me skip like every now and then. So I don't know, I gotta ask myself, why? Why? See, I don't know if you can see Atlanta down there, but there's no lights on in the building. So where are all these people going? We're going to the building straight ahead on the left with a white light on in the top, if you can see that. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if you can see what I see. A star, a star. So we're gonna head on down this hill. On a clear morning, it is pretty neat rolling in because you can see the buildings. If you find buildings beautiful. I don't necessarily find them beautiful, but it's just a matter of time. Whoa, you better slow down. You're gonna end up hitting a Camry. Well, I am. I walk this lonely road, the only road that I have ever known. We're almost there. We're like, what, 3,000 cars away, maybe 20 minutes. That's what, 7 songs? 7 songs, 20 minutes, 3,000 cars away. Do you ever gauge the distance of your trips by how many songs you play along the way? The average song is about 3 minutes. And you say, okay, look, kids, we're only 600 songs away. So pull out your playlist. We played another game when the kids were real young, and we had to squeeze them all in the back of the wagon. And it was, I gotta do a little yawn. I wonder if someone yawns, if it makes other people yawn unless you're really looking at them. I got a little tired going on. But we played another game where you drive, of course, on the Eisenhower, and it's called Name That Roadkill. Not always in the Eisenhower, sometimes easier on back roads. If you're out in the middle of nowhere on the Eisenhower, it's easy. But in a place like this, you can't do it. You might be able to do it better because you could actually roll down the window to get a full visual on the roadkill to determine what it is. It gets tougher the longer the roadkill's been there. So, anyway, we all loved it. You didn't really win anything. Yeah, I don't know. It's not my fault. I guess that is my fault. I taught them the game. I'm thinking about making it a board game where there's pictures of roadkill, and you name that roadkill. You get, you turn over a little thing with sand in it, and you have like 30 seconds to name that roadkill. Or you can choose to put the card, you can choose to give the card to someone else, or you can skip, or you can pass a turn. I don't know a lot about board games, can you tell? But you could do a lot of things. You remember that game where you had that plastic ball in the middle, and you pushed it down, it clicked really loud, and it threw the one little dice thing around, and then you would get to move your little pegs in a circle, I think. That was probably my funnest game. I don't know, Monopoly was pretty fun. Monopoly was easy to cheat at, especially when you're playing with a bunch of other kids. Not that I'm a cheater, but it was a fun cheat. Just because everybody'd say, where'd you get, especially if you were the banker. I was the richest banker in the world. I had stacks. I had old stacks of lettuce. You only got 12 cargo rides and you only got 6 cars. Oh my goodness. It's getting more and more daylight as we talk. Okay, well, as I talk, sorry. It gets more fun when you get near 285 and everything's red on your GPS. Come on. Okay, go. I'll let you over. Go. You can do it, and you can dance for inspiration. Come on. Atlanta bypass. Oh man. Similar ETA if I go. No, why you give me so many choices? I've had choices since the day that I was born. There were voices told me right from wrong. I think we're gonna go. We don't want to bypass. We want to go to Atlanta. I think. Trucks over 6 wheels must use 585. Getting a little closer. I think I'm gonna. There's really nothing to do. You know, holy smokes, this is where everybody starts crashing. But not yet. Oh. We got some choices up here. We can continue to go to straight. We can go to Chattanooga, Greenville, which is in the Carolinas. We can go to Montgomery, midnight in Montgomery. We can go to Macon and get some bacon. A lot of people don't know that bacon was discovered in Macon because somebody came around there and said, "What are you making?" And they said, "I'm making some bacon in Macon." Oh, we're moving. We're almost at the end of the red. According to this, the red is over in a minute. You know, this was just going to be a good morning video. And then a little clip, and then we're going to go do something else yet at the end of the work day. I hope that big gigantor green metal wagon doesn't jump over in front of me. But it turned into us taking a little drive together. I think we've been tricked. Everything on my global positioning system just turned completely red again. And had I went to the other way, we would have been going the other way. I figure since we're going so slow, we can see what's on the side of the road in case we want to jump out and get it. Or maybe not, though. We're moving a little better now. There was a crash back there, which helped that everybody slow down a little bit, and it was kind of neat because it reminded me of the Rim song. When your day is long and the night is yours alone. We gotta figure out where we gotta go. We have got to get off of this Eisenhower here and get on into downtown at. In 1 mile, take the I-75 South, I-85 South exit to Macon, Montgomery. In 1 mile.
In half a mile, take exit 57 for I-75 South, I-85 South toward Macon, Montgomery.
I'm going. She gets so mean sometimes. Oh. Did I just miss it? Don't you hate it when you miss it? No, I didn't miss it. I know I'm going.
Take exit 57,
okay.
then keep right at the fork.
I am. But I want you to say it a few more times.
Keep right at the fork.
I am.
Continue on I-75
okay,
South for 4 miles.
I will. Everybody on the left, we're going to go ahead out here and make a loop and come on the other side. Of the Atlantas. Why don't you have your blinkers on? I do. Sometimes I put them on silent. Oh my goodness. I know it's been a while since y'all seen the Rune and his lovely lady Zoe, so they're flying into town Thanksgiving. They will be on the left in those 4 or 5 cars, and we will not. There's a lot of signs you see when you get on the Eisenhower through Atlanta, like HOV lanes and some other things that You have no idea what they mean if you don't take your driving test in Atlanta. Or I don't. In Alabama, a driving test is, does your car crank? Yeah, it cranks every now and then. Or do you have at least one light or a flashlight in case none of the lights work? Well, yeah, I carry a couple of flashlights. All right, let's see if you can make it go. So you crank it up and you drive across the parking lot, and then the man or the lady or the female or the male or the they or the them that you're riding with says, well, you can go ahead and stop now, and you stop, and then you put it in reverse and turn around and go back through the parking lot. They say, well, I think you did a very fine job. And you say, thank you. And they hand you a license. You don't even have to do any of that. If you carry them like a bag of corn nuts or something, they'll say, well, thank you. And they hand you your license. It's hard to beat some Mexican street style corn. Really hard to beat those. Welcome to Atlanta. There's a variety of items on the side of the road. Nothing worth harvesting, but in 100 years, this spot will be a place of worship where they dig it up and you're not allowed to touch it because it was our garbage. Thanks for watching my videos.